Yeah, good college basketball game, right? I mean, two teams that didn't want their season to end. Yeah, our guys competed, and you know, you get a little worried. Sean with his injuries and all that stuff. You kind of get a little shorthanded, and the guys were resilient like they were all year. It was symbolic of what this group is. You get down, and shots weren't falling. We turned over a few too many times, but they just keep fighting. They fought all year long for through every game, and that's kind of the hallmark of this group. The game was tied 10 times and ebbs and flows, and you have 3 great looks at the end to get over the hump, and it didn't go our way. And but I'm really proud of this group. I think they've their character. Their pride in BG and what they did for our program won't be forgotten.
Going off on Rashawn, so out with an injury?
Yeah, and he's been battling. He's been battling all year, and yeah, we after the tournament, he was hurting bad, and he kind of hurting leading up to the tournament, and so we kind of felt like the responsible thing to do for him is you can make things worse and with what he's dealing with. So we said, no, this isn't the right time for that kind of fight. So obviously he was emotional and wanted to be out there with his guys, but guys stepped up, and I thought we had really good performances in at those positions.
Can I ask what the injury was? Was it like a shoulder?
Yeah, I don't want to get too. I don't know what I'm allowed to get into in 2024 anymore or whatever it is. But yeah, he's got about 3 or 4 MRIs set up. So he's got a long season of stuff just to make sure and he's going to be fine. But we want to make sure that we put health first with a lot of our guys.
To be able to, Purdue obviously finished the first half on such a huge run. Everything's going their way. Some tough turnovers there in that first half, but to respond the way you did the second half, what does that say kind of about the group that you got right back in it and gave yourself a chance when Purdue was really rolling there?
Yeah, you got hats off to Fort Wayne. I thought they played fantastic. They made timely shots, and they were leaving it all on the floor, but I thought we answered the bell, we answered the punches, and guys have poise, and we know we can make our run, and we just need to take care of that ball. That little stretch, we have to take away that stretch of 4 minutes where we didn't take care of the ball. It's a little bit different game, especially when you shoot 48 from the floor and you made your free throws and you did those type of things, but that little stretch got us.
Was it hard to motivate these guys for this tournament? After a tough ending in the MAC tournament, what was kind of the message these last couple of days?
Honestly, no, not at all. We just talked about this is a group of competitors. Competitors want to compete, and it's guys, we got a chance to keep playing. I think since we joined the MAC, there's only been 4 postseason wins in the history of the program, and it's guys, let's keep trying to do something special. And it's a shame you kind of see some of the high major teams decline the NIT bids and all that stuff, and you're just like, I don't know. I'm a little more old school. Let's recruit competitors that love to play, and for another night here in March, we got to compete at the Stro in front of a great crowd, and what's better than that, And so I feel bad for the teams that had played well enough, but then don't have that opportunity or decline it, because you're missing something special.
So you guys really exceeded outside of expectations, at least coming into the season. So what are your just overall takeaways on the season, the ups and downs?
Yeah, gosh, if you would have told me before the year, that we lost some bodies for a significant amount of time. I think we only had a few guys that played in every game, and some of those guys, like the Spurgeons of the world, the Sean Agees, are God bless our trainer, Rob. He was just kind of taping guys together. Guys are in there Sunday morning, Saturday morning. They're giving up a lot of their time in order to try to suit up. And if you had told me with what we were dealing with and practicing a lot of times, 5 guys against 5 coaches and not being able to do a lot of stuff, that we would continue to get better. And I think that we did get better as the year went on, and our competition got better as well. But we were right there, and you lose a few overtime games, coin flip games, and we competed. We competed in throughout the year, and you're just proud of that, because especially with some of our shooting woes and some of these things that you said, hey, if you're going to do this, this, and this, you would say, oh, this could be a tough year, but that's not the character of this group, and they were going to find a way.
And Marcus Hill had another great performance in the season, 26 points. Can you just talk about his first season at D1 level?
Yeah, he's just a special talent. He's a special talent, special human being. Very coachable, very driven. He's got a competitive fire, and his work ethic is fantastic. And so his best days are ahead of him, without question. I mean, he's I don't know where that ceiling is, but I think it's very, very high. And I think to do what he did in year one as a college basketball player is not normal. And so we're proud of him.
Last year, obviously, you come in, you have to bring in 10 new players, a lot of time spent recruiting players and everything. This year, how much of it is, even re-recruiting these players, testing the transfer portal to try to fill some holes, how much work is kind of upcoming here in these next few weeks here?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's already starting. I mean, it's a shame the system that what they've kind of done to college basketball. I mean, there's no way the portal should be opening on Monday while teams are running the NCAA tournament and all these things. I mean, it's crazy. You've got fired coaches coaching the NCAA tournament with no insurance and no paycheck. You've got teams committing guys, teams in the portal while you're flying to your destination to play. Like, we've really lost our way a little bit in this thing. I don't think you would create any professional league where everyone's a free agent every year with no salary cap. That'd be an insane way to, so things are just different. And we've got to roll with the punches. There's no sense complaining about it. We've got to operate that way. I mean, there's 30 MAC players in the first 2.5 days in the portal. I mean, you're talking about 30. There's more guys in the portal than graduated in the MAC already in 48 hours. So it's a unique place to be as a strong mid-major conference, because guys can transfer down and stay D1, guys can transfer up and get poached by the poachers, and it's okay. There's no problem. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm okay with all of it. We build a team. We enjoy it like crazy. You teach. We get them between the lines, and the ones that want to be at BG and get better will be here. The ones that have different opportunities, hats off to them. That's how those things got to work. And I think if you fight it or get distressed by it, it's kind of just negative energy. So we'll start those processes, and we've got 4 seniors that have a COVID year, that have some decisions to make. You have all kinds of opportunity is the way I look at it. So,
considering, that you had so much to do last year with bringing so many players in, like, how much does that kind of help, kind of going forward as you continue to build the program?
Well, winning has certainly helped. Last year at this time, me and staff were holed up in a rental while our families are away, and we're just working 24 hours a day and just trying to sell the vision of Bowling Green basketball. And when you're trying to sell something that maybe hasn't happened yet, that's a little difficult. And now we've got something to say. Is, hey, we're a successful program. You win 20 games. You can play in front of a lot of fans. So we have something now that's more tangible, and it's already, the returns on that are already being seen.
Over the next few months, what do you identify as being the next tasks on the to-do list to take that next step from where you are in success now to whatever that next level is?
Yeah, you identify things that worked and didn't work, and we do that on the fly as we go. There's no question. Roster construction is what's going on this time of year. You've got to have some kind of end of the season meetings with guys and kind of see where their heads at, see what and then it's that time of year where we've got to start building next year's roster, and and fill some deficiencies. Obviously, we didn't shoot it great this year. That's going to be a big thing that we've got to address, and we've got to continue to build depth, and we've got to get guys healthy, and we've got to be really, really good in the weight room. That's an area we need to be stronger in, and try to prevent some of these injuries. And so you just kind of go through and say, hey, these are what we're really good at. I think we checked a lot of boxes this year in terms of building an expectation to win, an expectation in the classroom, an expectation in the weight room, an expectation off the floor, and community service. So we built those expectations now. Now it's about filling in the cracks.